This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, everyone. This is Master Noel from Maximize the Moment. I have a wonderful guest today. But before I introduce him, I want to say thank you for watching or listening to us. Our guest today is a senior pastor, founder of Rema Impact Christian Ministry in Nigeria. I've been there and I've known this man of God for, I want to say maybe over 10 years. Is Pastor Akeni. Pastor Akeni, please say hello.
Hello. Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching. Thank you.
It's good to have you, Pastor. It's good to have you, Pastor. I've been waiting for this for a long time. And I'm glad it finally come to reality.
Same here, same here. I'm excited. I'm excited to be with you today.
Awesome. Now, you and I, first of all, you've been in the ministry, you told me, since 1987.
That's right.
And the reason, even though I've been wanting you all this year, the reason I want you here today is because you and I struck up a conversation a few days ago. And I really want you to share it with the people out there. And the title of what you said was, if Jesus were to be here today. I never thought about that. So please, can you speak on that to those who are watching?
Yeah, like we discussed the other time, we must understand that the first coming of Jesus was a coming to this world, into this world. He came into this world. Man lived in his own time. There were all kinds of challenges similar to most of the challenges we're having today. So I'm of the opinion that if Jesus were to be here today in our own time, he wouldn't have shied away from the pandemic that is ravaging the world today. I have my conviction from a couple of scriptures, but because of time, what is coming into my mind now is from the Gospel of St. Mark, the first chapter, I think from verses 41 to from verses 40 to 43 or something. It tells us about the encounter that a leprous man had with Jesus. We do know that in Bible days, once you are leprous, you are kind of you get isolated from other people, as it were, using modern day term. You will have to be quarantined. You have to be isolated. You have to be taken away from the city. You can't come into the city. You can't come in to buy from the market that the normal people uses. But the Bible tells us that on that very fateful day, when the leprous man heard about Jesus, he went ahead to meet with Jesus. And the scripture tells us that while the man was still far away and crying out to Jesus, I am unclean, I am unclean, I am unclean, Jesus called back to him and he said to him, what do you want me to do for you? And the man screamed back, I want to be made, I want to be clean, I want to be clean, because right now I'm unclean. As it were, right now I'm suffering from coronavirus, so I want to be healed. And the scripture tells us that Jesus went close to him, close enough to be able to touch him. Now, in Bible days, you don't do that. You don't touch a man who is leprous, because leprosy was something that can be you can easily contact a leprosy in Bible days. But Jesus didn't shy away from the man in spite of the fact that he was a leprous. The Bible says Jesus touched the man and he said to him, I will be that clean. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, number one, if Jesus were to be here, he would be looking for what to do in order to help to help humanity come out of this present predicament. He will not shy away from people like that. He will be praying for them, and I'm so sure that as he prays, he will be getting them healed. Because in Bible days, once you are leprous, You are sentenced to death. You are going to die in that predicament. You can't come out of it. But when the man met, and he wasn't the only person. In fact, there were a couple of other people who were leprous who met with Jesus, and Jesus touched them. Jesus healed them. So if Jesus were to be here today, he would not be afraid of COVID-19. He will pray for people who have contacted the virus that doctors have given up. And beloved, I believe they will be healed. They will be healed.
Oh, wow. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you. I actually think you answered my next question, but I'm going to ask anyway. If you want to add anything to that, you can read my mind. What I was going to ask you next is that how do you think Jesus will deal with COVID-19?
Yeah, like I said, he will not be afraid of COVID-19. It breaks my heart to see that so many multitudes, nations, whole cities, whole families, they are so afraid right now. It's as if the whole world is in a cage of fear, in a den of fear. People are scared of one another. You can't freely sneeze anymore. As if people don't used to sneeze. You sneeze in a place and your dad, your mother is scared. And you know, one of the things I've seen about God is that God is not the author of fear. The scripture tells us he has not given us the spirit of fear. So whatever brings us fear, whatever brings us torment, you know, whatever causes us to dread, to be afraid, is not from God whatsoever.
It's not from God. So let me ask you, Pastor. Thank you for that. A lot of people right now in the world, not just Christians only, but a lot of people that I know are depressed right now. And as you conclude this conversation, I want you to give us a word of encouragement. What do you have to say to people out there who are just depressed of the whole thing?
You see, the first thing is they should find a way of getting themselves out of fear. From the scripture, Job said, "What I fear most have happened to me." Fear is a terrible thing. I'm of the personal opinion that there are a lot of people out there who are dying right now, and many more people who will die, not because of the fact that they contacted COVID-19, but because of fear. There is no way you can be depressed until fear sinks in. People need to get out of fear, because you have to understand, whether you are afraid of COVID-19 or not, it doesn't stop anything. Your fear of COVID-19 cannot stop it. There's confidence have a way of helping even your immune system. Fear has a way of destroying your immune system. So people need to pick themselves up. There's nothing that is happening now that is new. It might be in a new name, in a fresh name, a name we've never had before. You know, but I think people should just find a way of coming out of this cell, this prison, this bondage of fear. People should just keep their faith up. People should trust God. People should just believe. People should learn to believe. People should allow faith, confidence to clear their mind of the fear of this evil, of this plague. People need to become confident. People need to get out of fear. I think that's the most important thing.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Please, I want you to come back. We need more conversation like this on the air. A very, very thank you to Pastor Akeni. You are watching A Conversation with Master Noel.